Hey everyone, stick with us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, love the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. I go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. What's going on? If you're here right now, say what up. Definitely sorry I'm late. Kind of running a little bit behind here. But we have the S&P's up 39, Dow's up 247, NASDAQ up 145. We're just getting it up, getting it going. Just listen to your pod while I was waiting. I got to upload some more podcasts, bro. For real. What's going on, Daniel Ring, Rodney, Jeff, Saeed, Anthony, Christopher, Wide, Dalvin. Hit the like button if you guys can. Thank you, Jay Harvin, Angelo. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Joshua. So, Jimmy. So, we kind of have an interesting week ahead here. We have, for starters, before we get into the whole Oracle and Microsoft thing, but we have what this week is called quad witching, which means that multiple products are going to be having expirations, options, futures, options on futures, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then we also have our favorites lining up this week. Jerome Powell press conference. It's going to be a great week. It's gonna be a great week. So not only did we have, last couple weeks were a little bit rough, a little bit choppy, going up, going down, going up, going down, more down than up, of course. But now we're gonna have obviously quad witching this week, and we're gonna have the Fed. So just be mindful. Be mindful. That is pretty important. Now getting into it. Oracle has apparently won. I think it still needs. Yeah, or Nvidia is going nuts. I mean, they bought ARM, which we'll cover in a second as well. So Oracle is going to provide TikTok with cloud infrastructure. I like how it says it's gonna provide TikTok, although the company is not a leader in that market. I think with Microsoft, they just didn't want to give it any more. I don't think they wanted to give Microsoft any more control, in terms of China. I think they didn't want to. I didn't think they wanted to give Microsoft any more control. I mean, I could be wrong, but Microsoft, obviously leader in PCs, leader in cloud infrastructure, and Oracle. I don't know. I'm not really sure what they were thinking. Oracle will take a significant stake in the business. So there's not really many details. Here. White House has a September 20 deadline. It says Microsoft will let us know. Let us know they would not be selling TikTok's U.S. operations to Microsoft. But other than that, there's not a whole lot here. Honestly, it sounds kind of flaky. You guys think that China is gonna let this happen or no? I don't know. Faisal, how you doing? Not buying calls on Oracle, too risky if deal falls through. Yeah, there's not really any details. I don't know. The whole thing has been shaky from the beginning, though, because we had multiple people that want to buy it, and then ByteDance said, "Hey, maybe we don't want people to buy it. We don't necessarily need your money." And here we are. Right now, I don't think, for me personally, I don't think I'm going to be buying calls on Oracle. It's already fading down now. If Oracle, maybe if Oracle comes down to 55, maybe I'll buy a couple, but that's, honestly, it's kind of a gamble. Like, what if the deal doesn't go through? What if they say, hey, we're not going to allow, like, I'm talking about China. What if China says we're not going to allow them to sell. It's very, very possible. So we'll see. We'll see as more things develop. But yeah, Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia. So Nvidia, I took a loss on Friday on Nvidia on this drop here. I thought we were consolidating. It was going to bounce up, and then when it ripped down, I sold down here. I thought it was going to rip up if I swung trade, but I mean, you don't know. You don't know when news like that's going to come out. I mean, just so happens that time to secure the bag, Joshua. Yeah, you're right. So I took a loss on this breakdown here. I thought we were consolidating for a push higher. Turns out we broke down, and this was a major dip buy down in here. So, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes that's the way that it goes. Like, do you like to see that? No, but I've already closed the position, and I stuck to my guns on closing the position, you know. Because I thought on Friday we were definitely on Nvidia going to push up to like 510 area, maybe even 520, and that's not what happened. You know. So I cut losses, and we get to trade it again. So I mean I do like Nvidia down in this range, just kind of peeing back and forth, but we'll see if it breaks up. Red Dust, at what point did you say, screw it, I'm quitting my day job because I'm consistently profitable? Red Dust, you have to have money in the bank to do anything. You know, a lot of people, like even in entrepreneurship, I mean, obviously there comes a point in time, like when you're starting your own business, and obviously I consider options trading like its own business, its own entity. You know, because that's what it is. You know, every day you wake up, you're open for business, you buy something for a profit, or you buy something, you try to sell it for a profit, like any other business. Or in my case, with Nvidia last week, I took a loss on it. You know, and sometimes businesses take losses. But, you know, if you're starting out in business and you're like, hey, do I make the jump from my job? Do I not make the jump from my job? What am I going to do? You know, obviously there comes a crucial point that like your job becomes a hindrance to your performance in something else that you want to do. But to take the risk, you got to build the bank. You know what I mean? Build the bank. Quit my job at 209 in my account. I don't have money now, but I'm happy. Yeah. Yeah, it depends on what stage you are at life. Like when I started my own business back in 2009, I quit my job, but my job wasn't honestly paying out that much. It was taking a lot of time. It wasn't paying out that much, and I didn't have very much money in the bank, and it was low risk because I was a lot younger. Now I'm obviously a lot older than I was 10, 15 years ago, and have more responsibilities, have more bills, I guess you could say. So, you know, I don't think there's a cookie cutter answer for that. You know when it's time. You know when it's time. If you're asking the question, probably not the time. Probably not the time. If you're just joining, say what up, guys. Hit the like button if you can. Yeah, man, Nvidia. It does hurt to see, but I mean, I'm glad Nvidia is bouncing back up. Now, the question is today: are we going to be gapping up and fading, or are we gonna actually keep the gains this time? Yo, Nick Johnson. I'll get to your comments on YouTube. I know you've been commenting a lot on YouTube, so I'll hit up your comments. So SPY, you know, as you can see here over the last few days, we've gapped up and faded every single time in the last 2 weeks. We would gap up and fade. Now we're back at 337, which, I mean, we might be stuck in this little purgatory area of 334, 333, and 342, 343 area, just kind of pinging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And right now we're still in that range. We're coming back into some of these top of the ranges that were set last week. Can we push to 342? I mean, absolutely. But will it be today? You know, it's right now. My trading strategy right now is just kind of taking it a day at a time and concentrating on the price and the momentum in which it's going in. Yo, Aaron, let's go. You know, a lot of people get locked in. Just try to clear your mind. If you took, like last week I actually had a red week. Lost about a G. And it's been a while since I had a red week, but if you have a red week, you have to, like, this weekend I was kind of just gathering my thoughts, like, okay, what went wrong, what went right, where did I screw up? Because if you had a red week, you screwed up. you screwed up. Yo, Gunther, been a long time, man. Welcome back. So for me, I'm just gonna be looking at what the momentum is, following the price action, and seeing, you know, kind of what's going on. Not trying to like anticipate a bounce, not trying to anticipate a rip down, but actually start working on, you know, more just going with the flow, I guess you can say. You know, just try to stay subjective and don't get locked into being a bear. Don't be locked into being a bull. Just kind of go along with it right now, because in the choppiness, sometimes you forget like as a trader that you can make money on both sides. I know that we were making money for a while just riding the bull trend up, but you have to also recognize that, hey, this thing is not coming back up today. Hop on board, grab a bag, GTFO. That's it. Historically, on a crash or huge correction, does large cap stocks go up on a good catalyst regardless of the market condition? It's hard to say. I mean, I don't think there's anything typical really about this market right now. But yeah, I mean, if the market's going down, there's a good catalyst that stock can go up. Like if it had an earning, I've seen like blood red days and a stock had amazing earnings and that stock was up that day. Now, can it hold it? That was the bigger question. You know, when there's a lot of selling pressure on the overall market, you know, sometimes they come for them or sometimes it's delayed. What do you think of supply and demand zones? You're talking about like where there's buyers and sellers? Now one of the where is it? I don't know if anyone here is trading NKLA. It's facing some more pressure. NKLA this morning, Hindenburg Research launched another press release today after Nikola said that the allegations were false and misleading, even though Nikola didn't offer any sort of evidence backing why it doesn't think it's a fraud, which is why it went down. So that's kind of weird that a company says, hey, you're a fraud, and then the company just says, no, we're not, and goes away. Like, you should probably have some sort of evidence to back your claim. You know, Hindenburg Research has some evidence to back his claim. You know, you can't just, well, maybe in 2020 you can, where you can just make claims about things and not necessarily true. But I mean, in terms of business, it's not good, and you can see their stock price got axed. I mean, went up on the GM deal and just got obliterated. However, down in like 30, 32 here, pretty, I would say, some decent support. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyone trading NKLA? Yo, Manchild, what's going on? Just trying to wake up here a little bit. Stayed up a little bit too late last night playing some Call of Duty. I'll be honest with you. I'll be in Tesla. You'll be in Tesla today. FedEx. So FedEx. Let's get into FedEx here. FedEx is having earnings on Tuesday along with Adobe. So last earnings, they crushed it. We'll see what guidance is this earnings, but they're already pumping. It's up $8. That was a crazy ride. Probably should have traded that last week. It looked relatively safe. Sold a 38 put on NKLU for the news. Should have bought before close. Yeah, that's tough. When you're trying to sell puts, not trying to tell you what to do, but like I would have tried to sold a 30 put. Try to sell puts at support. If you're trying to put, no one's talking about Apple. Yeah, I mean, I think that Apple is going to move. I mean, obviously, it's having this big event tomorrow. Apple's pushing up right now, but Apple, the stock price, in terms of Apple, I mean, I like where it's at. The 112 under 115, I think, is a buy. Like 110 to 115, and you can kind of see that that's where it's been getting bought. It's been getting bought at like 110, push back up. But maybe I'll swing a trade in tomorrow on Apple. I was trading Apple last week. I got out green on Apple last week, but it was painful. It was painful. There was huge swings on Apple. It was going nuts. Daniel Salyers, how you doing? So Apple, they're going to be having the Apple event tomorrow. If you guys don't know, they're going to be showcasing their new iPhone, probably their new iPad, Apple Watch, all that. But Apple right now, I think down in here, I think is currently support like 110 area. It's above the 50-day, unlike Microsoft. No iPhone tomorrow. Well, they're not going to release. So usually what happens with an Apple event is they announce in September and there's an October release. So the devices are not going to come out tomorrow, but there's going to be an October release. Essentially, that's usually what happens. Yeah, Red Dust, you got to make your own strategy. The back is just a collection of cameras. Yeah, I mean, I have the XS. It's nice. I don't feel the need to upgrade. And also, 5G for AT&T is not particularly not rolled out yet. Yeah, the Apple subscription bundle deal. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but yeah, people might get excited about it. Usually, like those events, I hate to say it or sell the news events. However, last year actually the stock performed rather well through it. So with it being this low, it might be able to push it up to 120 by tomorrow. So it might be something to look at. Maybe sell some premium in there if you want some time. Maybe sell some credit put spreads. But I'm going to be watching the day to kind of see if we're going to hold this back up, this gap up or not. Because honestly, I don't want to trust it. I'm long Amazon, long Walmart. Walmart got axed, but it should be okay. Walmart should be okay. Also, Walmart is going to be releasing Walmart Plus tomorrow as well. So we have Apple and we have Walmart tomorrow as well. So just be mindful. It's going to be launching for $98 a year. Same-day delivery of groceries. So I think tomorrow is going to be a good day. Hopefully the market pumps Walmart and Apple and the market is green. Allows people to get out. The thing is, there's so many trapped buyers in all of these stocks. Like there's so many trapped buyers right now in Walmart. There's so many trapped buyers in Apple, in Tesla. That a lot of the people right now, they're like, hey, guys, I don't even care if I make money. I just want to get out of this stock break even. And that's why I think those gap ups are just getting sold off, because people are like, okay, well, doesn't look like I'm going to get my money back. I'm going to take what I can and get out. Yeah, there's Tesla's battery day is coming up. I just feel like, I mean, it could be amazing, because battery day for Tesla is September 22nd, which is what day is that? That's next week. So next Tuesday is battery day, and I don't know. I don't like riding the hype train, but Tesla is definitely all that. Tesla definitely is a hype train. You know what I mean? Like, people just get on there and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is going to infinity," and somehow these traders make a lot of money just kind of gambling on Tesla going up. Now, they do get obliterated. There were quite a few people that got obliterated last week and liquidated. But, I mean, it didn't actually do that bad. I mean, sure, it sold off pretty hard, but as you can see, it pretty much stabilized around, 350, 360 area. And now, if it can make a push up, but will it make a push up? They're still talking about S&P edition. Yeah, that ship has sailed for the foreseeable future. The S&P edition, but the thing is, Tesla, I mean, anybody is looking for anything right now. They're grasping at straws because like, I bought Tesla at 500 and now I'm dead. I mean, Tesla could definitely pump back up to 500, no problem. And Tesla was doing fine without the S&P before, so it could continue doing fine. I don't see that it doesn't need the S&P. I think the S&P needs Tesla more than Tesla needs the S&P, to be honest with you. Like, Tesla was performing well not being in the S&P 500. No, they add it when they find that they need a realignment. They kind of do it when they want. The thing is, to add companies to S&P or to the Dow or the Nasdaq, as you saw, some companies had to fall off because it's an exclusive club and it's already full. So they take somebody out, somebody gets added, changes the weight of the index. So, I mean, people say a lot of things. Only thing that matters is when it actually happens, and the people that actually allow it to happen will do it. But I don't know if they're gonna do it. So, I mean, I think this week is gonna be a busy week because, I mean, yeah, we have Apple. We're gonna have people trying to trade the Tesla run up. We're gonna have Walmart. Obviously, there's the TikTok news, but I think that I'm done with the TikTok news now. I think that I'm down on Microsoft, down a little bit on Walmart, but Walmart I had a position on to trade the Walmart Plus news. So that's the thing. When you're trading news-based events, you have to be able to weather the storm because there's going to be article after article that are going to go in your favor or not in your favor or whatever the case is, and a lot of the things are the rumor mill. Imagine Tesla join the S&P, it'll be insane. Yeah, I hope Tesla joins the S&P. I want it to happen, but the powers that be said no. Anyone trading GILD? I don't think that many people are trading GILD right now because oh my gosh. I don't even know how you say this. Immunomedics. Gilead's buying Immunomedics for $21 billion. But yeah, I mean, this stock's just being run into the ground, and that's the danger of trading pharma. As you can see, so much choppy trade, and then, I mean, obviously it's ultimately going higher, but you have to go through a lot of pain on the daily, just going up and down, up and down, up and down, and then it just comes back to where it was pre-pandemic. I mean, literally, look, it's back to where it was pre-pandemic for the most part. And just crazy. Yo, Luke, what's happening? Why not ride the high train with a debit spread, even if there's a little hype? Your debit is bound in the street. Go do it. Go do it. If you believe in it, put your money up and put the position on. There's so many ways to make money in the market that, I mean, people are going to use different strategies for different things. Yeah, DKNG. So DKNG is probably going to be popping with this NFL season because NFL started up over the weekend. DKNG looks to want to break out here. It's at 42. Can it break out of this? I think by the end of the football season, I mean, it could be a $60, $70 stock. I mean, I don't know, but I just feel like it's gonna pump up. It's gonna pump. Yo, J Cam, how you doing? Glad to see you guys joining in. But yeah, DKNG, it needs to get some upper momentum here. Again, topped out at 44 last couple trading sessions. So if it needs some momentum to push out. Volume on Friday was pretty poor. Had some pretty good volume on Thursday. So it needs some more volume and buyers to break out of this. What's the max NVIDIA can go to? Bro, NVIDIA can go to 1,000 more, probably. I don't think you should probably be thinking about like how high it can go. Just ride the wave and get out. I mean, it could, yeah. At 524, definitely hurts to see that I sold for a loss on this breakdown. But you have to stay disciplined, cut your losses, because I mean, this came all the way down to 475, and now it's up 425. I mean, it's up 50 points higher from its low on Friday. Ride the wave. Market's about to open here in just a couple seconds. So let's see what NVIDIA does. I'm interested to see what's going to happen to this gap up. I'm not looking to get into any positions like right off the bat. I want to see what happens to this gap up. Yeah, obviously I try to think of the stocks as when you set limits to stocks is when you start limiting yourself. So you need to just kind of chill. All right, Amazon, I'm up a little bit of money on. I'm going to take it. So Amazon, I sold the credit put spread on that. Try to get out of this. How much credit did I get for this thing? $240. Okay. And the numbers are kind of all over the place right now, so we're just gonna kind of chill. We're just gonna chill. Man, NVIDIA is going nuts. I want to know how much my don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so Tesla not moving. We do have SPY moving. Q's up. So S&P's up 43, Dow's up 256, Nasdaq up 194. So we're just kind of chilling. I want to see if it holds this gap up. What do you guys think? Are we going to hold the gap up or no? Let's see if we can. Yeah, the market is just like every open. It's just like chills. All right, Amazon. Let's see. See what Amazon's just kind of hanging out. Boeing is lifting off. Anyone trading Boeing? Oh, never mind. Boeing is falling back down. But yeah, NVIDIA, if you guys are looking at NVIDIA, man, 527. Man, that was a buy the dip on Friday. But I mean, the thing is, you don't want to be stupid and hold, and then we have a gap down on Monday and you lose your whole investment. This gap down, I mean, the likelihood of gapping down was pretty strong. And then, sometimes when another company announces that they're going to buy another company, especially for like what they said, $40 billion, it doesn't necessarily go well. Sometimes the stock sells off. Right now, SPY's trying to. So I mean, they're selling these pops right off. Amazon's getting clipped. It's got clipped 30 points. It can't hold a gap up. It just can't do it. Man. Yeah, VXX. Let's see where VXX actually hit 2505 pre-market, but slowly trying to go back up. What is TLT doing here? TLT's chilling. We had the banks up a little bit. TLT is trying to make a move up. 165. Oracle's halted. Yeah. Yeah. I think Oracle probably a dangerous play, to be honest with you. I don't know, and I don't think the deal's gone through. They just said, hey, we'll accept your proposal, and I think they still have to go through the governments to actually get the approval, which, I mean, it's not going to be a fun time for anybody. For a fact, it's not going to be a fun time going through the government, especially China and the U.S., to get a deal moving. But JP Morgan moving up. Let's see what's our boy Zoom doing. Zoom's kind of struggling a little bit. Had a nice gap up though. Is the market strong enough to hold the gap up? That's what we want to know. DocuSign is back under 200. Looking at DocuSign here, it's in bounce territory. Can it bounce to 220? We'll see. It could come down to lower 190s too. So just kind of watching it. But I mean, if it makes a low here, which would be nice, and then a bounce. But like I said, I'm just kind of watching, waiting for some good entries. Not going to try to force anything. You don't want to force anything. All right, what stocks you guys looking at? What stocks you guys want to talk about? Chipotle is still moving up pretty strong. I think it's going to fall, though. I have a feeling it's going to drop like 100 points in a day. All right, Tesla. So Tesla's not holding up. Tesla's stuck right now between the 50 and the 10-day. And it's like, we going to make a run up, or are we going to revisit the 50-day? What are we going to do here? It's like, I don't know. It's on the fence. Obviously, it has a catalyst, which is battery day. Not saying that's like the end all be all, but it does have a catalyst to push itself up. I think that pre-battery day could go to 425. But I don't know. It's 50-50 right now. It seems like right now the strategy is buy the massive dips and short the massive rips. That's it. Square looks like it could break out here, 140. See if we can push that up a little bit. PFE, Pfizer. Yeah, Pfizer had some news this weekend about the coronavirus vaccine. It gapped up and is now back to flat. Isn't that the story? Isn't that the story of the last couple weeks? We gap up and we move on down. Now, let's see if I can get out of. I want to get out of. Let's try to get out of Amazon. But it is not happening. Roku, anyone trading Roku? I mean, all these charts look the same on Friday. We were holding, and then this just massive sell-off. It was a planned attack. But Roku looks interesting down here in the 150s. I mean, obviously it's moving back up closer to 160 right now. But in the lower 150s, Roku is definitely enticing. And we do have Beyond. Beyond is kind of holding here, like 135 is pushing up to 140. Peloton. Beyond could push back up with a little bit of momentum. Yeah, Peloton, I think, like Apple and Tesla and all the upgrades, I think what happened was it just ran super, super hot. I think it just ran too hot. Had upgrades, it had great earnings. I think it was just so much hype, and now the hype, there's no catalyst right now. Everything's out in the open, so there's no mystery, or there's only certainty about it. So yes, they did well on earnings. People are like, I don't understand why it's going down. It's because it got hyped up so much before earnings, and then it had upgrades, and then pop. Stocks got to come down once in a while. Maybe it'll come down to 75. I don't know if it's going to come down all the way down to 65, but maybe it can come down to the 75 area. So MU, what was the MU news? There was some MU news out. Oh, they got upgraded by Goldman Sachs. So MU was upgraded because, they well positioned competitively as it continues to execute on its tech transitions, and risk reward on the stock skews positive. Yeah, they were in trouble, but it was bottoming out here around 44, looking to make a bounce up, and this was what it needed. Super, they were in bear territory, no doubt. So if they can push up above 50, they're above the 50-day. If they can push above the 200-day moving average, that would be ideal. Could make a run up to 55. But it's got something to prove right now. Got something to prove. All right, so I got it out of Amazon, made 20%, made $177. Nothing huge, but trying to get the juices flowing here after having a red week. We're gonna be good. Made 177. Slow and low, baby. Slow and low. But yeah, Micron on that upgrade, really, really nice reversal. I'm definitely interested here if it can get above the 200-day. Could run for a couple days if it does. I bet you it's going to squeeze some shorts out. This stock was definitely in trouble. So let's see. What was Apple? You said, guys, Apple is just stuck. Facebook is moving up. I wonder what happened. I would have figured that if the TikTok deal, Facebook would go up. If there was no TikTok deal, So Facebook's going up on a TikTok deal, but are they pricing in that there's not going to be a TikTok deal? You know what I'm saying? Oracle's still halted. Yeah, Tastyworks saying halted still. And people are like, I just bought a, oh, it says there's news pending. What other news are there? They're probably like, oh, just kidding, guys. We're not going to get the TikTok deal, and that's why Facebook's going on. We'll see what Twitter's doing. Social media's out. Twitter's moving up. Facebook's breaking out, though. I like the Facebook charts. What's Snap doing? Ooh, Snap got hurt. But Snap's been doing relatively well in the sell-off. It's like, hey, I know we said we were going to get the TikTok deal, but just kidding. But guys, I just bought my calls at open. Max lost instantly. I mean, I don't know. Oracle not particularly strong. But we'll see. We'll see when it becomes not halted anymore. I don't know what it's going to do. I mean, SPY actually looks the strongest today at opening than any other day since like on a gap up. I mean, that's kind of what I'm waiting for, kind of seeing what happens. Made a little bit of money on Amazon. We're gonna be applying the dips. We're gonna be taking it easy, finding good entries only. Good entries only. Alibaba, their gap up is holding. So far the good news is the gap ups are holding. Bad news is TLT for the stock market is currently on the green side. I mean, it's pushing down, but I think there needs to be a couple green days here. You know what I mean? Like, it just needs. We need a couple green days in the market, realign some portfolios. Home Depot is back above the 10-day. It's at 279. You know, I did play this dip, made a little bit of money on the move up here. I sold around 275. So Home Depot looks pretty good to make another run up to like the 288, 289, 290 area. We'll see. We'll see how strong, how if it can break through 280 here. I'm just gonna go low and slow. All right, Zoom is holding. Is Zoom gonna make another run to 400 here? Zoom's range is getting tight in here, just kind of pinging back between 380 and 400. I think Zoom wants to go back up, but a lot of sellers. But I might maybe what I'll do, maybe I'll sell a credit spread, a credit put spread on Apple. Try to burn out some premium a little bit. What's premium coming in at? Right now? It's pretty low. It's only at 59. See, the first 15 minutes are done. Yeah, it's moving up. It's moving up nice. Shopify. I don't trade Shopify a lot. I mean, I do like it down here. I mean, looking at the chart, this looks really nice down here in the lower 900s. But the problem is that their liquidity is not good. And Square's getting a bump. Let's see, can Apple run 120? Can Apple run? And I don't like how the how the options are priced on. I'm gonna sell a little bit of premium on Apple. Try to grab some. Let me sell some premium. Try to sell a little bit of premium. I'm not gonna try to. All right, so I'm selling a little premium in Apple for the event. So I got in. We got in. I think it will make it. I'll probably try to make another run to 120. I think we'll see what happens. But I mean, SPY. This is the strongest that we've seen SPY or the market in general. Right now, S&Ps are up 51, Dow's up 300, and Nasdaq's up 242. Now, anything could change. Anything could change, but right now, I mean, I think it's looking pretty good. This is the strongest we've seen it at market open in like 2 weeks. How about Shopify? Yeah, I think we just covered that. Yeah, we chilling. Sell a little premium. I think Tesla. What's FedEx doing? Yeah, I sold some premium, and I sold credit put spreads in Apple just now, so we'll see if we can get a little pump here. FedEx, they got X'd, but they have earnings tomorrow. Let's see here. FedEx. Yeah, it's already up $5. All right, SPY. Let's do your thing. I think that they might try to push Tesla to if Tesla can break this little range here, I think it could go 425. But dang. Yeah, let's see how DKNG this morning. Oh, man, DKNG is getting hit. So the interesting thing about DKNG is I I actually won some money on FanDuel. What's it called? FanDuel Sportsbook over the weekend on football, but for some reason DKNG DraftKings Sportsbook won't let me use it. I don't know why. I have a DraftKings account, but it says like I haven't contacted support or anything. But I wonder how that stacks up against FanDuel's. But yeah, DraftKings. I think DraftKings got a little pump. If this can come back down to 38, I would be happy. But I mean, you can kind of see if it makes a low here. So if it makes a low here, it could give it where it needs to push up to 50. We'll see. I'm keeping an eye on it. But yeah, the market is just kind of like, do we want to go red? Do we want to stay green? What do we want to do? Boeing is red. Boeing is like, Boeing's hit. It's hit. But it's been holding. Boeing's been holding 160. I do think Boeing's probably going to make a run to 170, just probably for no reason. It just will. Man, JP Morgan's making a run to 103. And this was the momentum I was looking for last week. Got shook out a little bit. This was the momentum I was looking for last week. And that's going to happen. With trading, there's good and there's bad. And last week was a little rocky. Broke some of my rules. That's how you end up having a red week, and then you just cut losses, and then you're not around for the wins. But you also don't want those losses to go, pile up too high. You need to control your losses. I mean, man, NVIDIA at 530. What did I have on NVIDIA? Oracle still halted. And NVIDIA, I had the 505 call. I sold it for 1035. So the 505 call. Plus, I was going into this week expiration. I was holding it already. It's now going for $32. Would have been I bought it. Yeah, I bought it for 18. So it would have been a good solid $1,500 winner if I kept it. But how was I supposed to know they were going to buy another company? How was I supposed to know? It's all good. Yeah, last week there were a lot of highs and lows, SLV's moving. Gold's moving too. Let's see what SLV's doing. Yeah, SLV's making a run. We want precious metals to run. I mean, I think 26. If we can come back up to push up to 26, that would be nice. Kind of a lot of choppiness with silver since it had its major breakout, which, I mean, to be fair, is completely healthy. Nothing wrong with that. Probably should have sold a little bit more premium in Apple, but it's all good. But yeah, SLV's breaking out. Gold. I mean, gold just ripped from 1950 to 1968. But still, I mean, if you're looking at gold futures, I mean, we're just pinging back and forth. There's nothing really happening. So good time to scale back some risk if you're in precious metals. Like sell the pops, buy the dips. Been some good ranges on gold though. I haven't been trading gold futures. I haven't traded gold futures in a while. Actually, I haven't traded futures at all in a while. Like, just let's see. Oh yeah, Oracle's still halted. What's Microsoft doing? I think Microsoft is, man. Microsoft definitely buy the dip. I mean, they just ripped that right open at 204 up to 207. That's nice. No more soybeans. I just haven't traded futures in a while, Christopher. I do want to trade more futures. But I mean, how many do you want? Yeah, Trevor. I thought maybe Microsoft could tap 200, Trevor, but I think our dreams of 198 are crushed, bro. I think our 198 buy of Microsoft is gone. But we are in election seasons. Anything could happen. Forbes put out an article yesterday about Trump's rally and him saying that he could pursue a third term after he wins his second term, and so that's the kind of news that will impact the markets. What is going on with Oracle? Oracle is currently halted. They said, we allow the stock to open. You could buy calls, and then we're going to watch it open at 55, 198, maybe just before the election. Yeah, I mean, I think that the election news is rather low right now. So if they start pumping the election news and it's causing some volatility, then we might get Microsoft 198. But I think that's a pipe dream. I think that's if it breaks 200, I would be surprised. I mean, we had some major selling. It came down to 201 area and just didn't happen. Yeah, beyond. So it's nice to see some breakouts today because we haven't been seeing these type of breakouts for a while. Netflix, what's Netflix doing? Netflix, I think, is also interesting right down here. Obviously, it's below the 50 days, so you want to be a little bit careful. I'm not saying you want to go bearish or anything, but you do want to be careful here. With the overall market, I mean, it's actually holding ground now. I'm not saying it's not going to flush or anything, but I think all of us right now are very suspect. Okay, we're moving up, but when's it going to drop? When is it going to fall apart? We're like we know it can't ride this too much longer than watch it just ride all the way up. Oh, it's a pleasure, Trevor. I have a blast doing this. I have a blast going through all the stocks with you guys. I mean, the live stream is probably one of my favorite parts of the day. I mean, I just like going through the stocks, just seeing what's out there. But I do like Netflix. I mean, Netflix, I feel like it needs a catalyst, and Netflix doesn't currently have any catalyst, and a lot of the things that they were into were halted in terms of production. I mean, Stranger Things, that didn't come out this year because that production was halted. I think Netflix, I'm not saying it can't go up, but I think in terms of content, they're gonna be in some trouble because of coronavirus. They need to get to producing some shows, man. Microsoft, Oracle lose bid for TikTok. Oracle's losing China State TV. It's the China State TV. Yeah, so far nothing new has hit the pipe. Man. I don't know. I think like I said this morning, just stay away from the drama. Just focus on the stock price. Don't worry about that. It's not worth the headache. I'm in Netflix right now, down 60 since open, but up 60 today. Should I hold for my expiration? If you're new to trading, do not buy this week expiration. And even if you're not new to trading, you're exposing yourself to a lot of gamma risk. Theta is extremely high. The large move into the market, you want to push it out a month, 21 days, 22 days. And you're like, well, I can't afford those options. Then find a cheaper stock. Yeah, Tesla's chilling right now. It looks like, I have it down here in my corner. I mean, it pumped up to 387, but it's having a wide swing. Definitely glad I took profits from Amazon because I don't know what that's going to do. Yeah, or do a debit spread, but I'm just saying in general for weekly options, it's a lot higher risk because a lot of beginner traders don't understand how option pricing works enough to be profitable during weekly expiration. And weekly expiration, it's super, super, super high risk. Definitely wish I bought Square at open, but I'm on the 15-minute rule. I'm on the 15-minute rule. Plus, I took profits from Amazon. I'm looking to have a chill day, just stack a couple wins, make a couple hundred here and there, and just relax. That's my game plan. I'm not trying to make $1,000. That ship has sailed when I sold off Nvidia for a loss. I sold Nvidia for a loss, and then Nvidia is now worth $2,000 more than where I sold it. $3,000, yeah, $2,000 more than where I sold it. That's how it goes. Yeah, I don't think Oracle is going to be doing well. I think it's going to be a rough go. I hope nobody here bought calls right at open on Oracle. Thoughts on FedEx? I mean, I think that they're going to clearance. I think they're going to crush earnings, but is it priced in or not? I mean, it's coming back down. It had a nice gap up. Might come down to 230 area here. Implied volatility is 115. Maybe if you want to do something small, you could do something small. I don't know. I think there's a lot of expectation this round, but look, I mean, it's almost double than where it was last quarter, the stock. Can it go up more? Absolutely. But when something like this happens, when there's a setup like this where the stock is almost double from where it was just 3 months ago, you have to be very, very careful going into earnings, because earnings are tomorrow after market close. So for me, I would use extreme caution. A lot of people probably chased this gap up, and now we're getting obliterated. So I got to pop off here, guys. It was great hanging. Sorry I was late this morning. Be safe this week. Stay green. It's us versus herd.